Putting off the green, Jacobson holds it for a birdie. That would tie with Hale Irwin for the lead. Speaking of Irwin, on the 17th, he misses the birdie putt to tie Jacobson, who had already birdied it. So on 18, Irwin with a final chance at a birdie putt to tie Jake. It curls off. Heartbreak City for him. Peter Jacobson takes home the championship, his second major win in the last year. He also won the U.S. Senior Open last August. Here's Jake on beating good friend Hale Irwin.
It's mixed emotions. I've got such great respect for Hale. He's a very close friend of mine, but we're competitors. If I were switched in that situation, I know Hale wants to win. I wanted to win. I hate to see him miss a putt, but that's the way it goes. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't glad that it missed, but knowing Hale is a competitor, he's going to come back stronger from that.
Oh, I just putted so poorly once again. You know, the times I needed to make a few putts on the back nine, I missed every one, and you can't do that when you're playing for this kind of championship.
Sole possession of the lead.
From one nice story to another, rookie Sean O'Hare closed with a 65 at the John Deere Classic to win his first tour title. Nice birthday gift for the kid who turns 23 tomorrow. He wins $720,000 and a spot in next week's British Open. To the LPGA's JB Farr Classic, Meg Mallon out of Farmington Hills Mercy drops this long birdie putt. She shoots a 72, but finishes 3 shots off the lead. Here's your winner, Heather Bowie. Look at the line on this putt. She knew it. It falls for a birdie, and she captures her first LPGA victory on the 3rd hole of a sudden-death playoff with Gloria Park. Tiger pitcher Mike Roth didn't have his best stuff Sunday, but still picked up his 7th win. As the Tiger bats finally came alive, Detroit bangs out 9 runs and wins 9-4 over the D-Rays, finishing the first half 42-44. Roth allowed 3 runs in the first inning, 2 of which come on this swing of the bat by Jorge Cantu, a 2-run shot. D-Rays up 3-1. But here come the Tigers. Chris Shelton, what a season he's having. Off the wall, Carlos Guillen races around to score from first. We're tied at 3. Still in the 3rd, Rondell White lights up Tampa for another run. This RBI single scores Shelton. Tigers on top 4-3. But they weren't done. For the 2nd straight day, DY, that's Dimitri Young, goes deep. 2-run job here. His 15th of the season. All of a sudden, it's 6-3 Detroit. Then in the 4th, Tigers' second baseman, Placido Polanco, strains his left hamstring tendon, running out a grounder. Yeah, he's in pain. He was down for the count. He left the game and is listed as day-to-day. And finally, since returning from the DL, Maglio Ordonez is heating up. This double down the right field line, plates 2, and Detroit heads home with a much-needed 9-4 victory, and they're now 2 games below 500. All right, Tuesday night is the All-Star game here in Detroit. Tomorrow evening, the home run contest. And while these are the main attractions at an All-Star event, there are other off-the-field activities that accompany the big draws. Our Tom Lydon found one of them.
You really do get a taste of Major League Baseball when you come to FanFest, but if you're looking for something you can bring home, we're talking one-of-a-kind items. The place to go is the FanFest auction, but I will give you a couple words of advice. You better bring your checkbook.
When you're bidding on items like a Roberto Clemente game-worn jersey and countless Tigers artifacts, price tags can reach as high as $50, $60, even $100,000. Heavy hitters, no doubt, will attend Tuesday's auction, but don't let that daunt you.
It's amazing. I mean, just to see the history here, whether you're bidding or not, that's what's been kind of the common thread. People really enjoy seeing it. They've commented that they'd love to see it continue, and it's been great.
If you've got a collectible sitting upstairs in the attic and you're not quite sure how much it's worth, bring it on down. Appraisers will tell you.
The appraisal fair has been really successful. A lot of people bringing things in for Tigers team balls, photographs, cards. We had 2 really significant baseballs come in that were actually going to auction late, or as late editions, Christy Mathewson and Honus Wagner. So it's always exciting to see what's out there.
These pants certainly don't look comfortable, and they're not cool. They're made of flannel, but what makes them cool is that they were worn by none other than Ty Cobb in the 1920s. You can bid on it. It's going to cost you a ton of money, but there are some other items you can bid on that won't cost you a ton of money, like throwing out the first pitch at a 2005 Tigers game.
And we wanted to have something for everybody. It's really important, and Tigers were very generous, lots of neat items, but the first pitch, you know, it's everybody's dream is to throw out a first pitch, so it'll be really fun to see you know, which kid talks his father into bidding more at the auction for that piece.
The live auction, or should I say, The live action gets kicked off this Tuesday at 10 o'clock. It should be quite a scene. At Cobo Hall, I'm Tom Lydon for the Channel 7 Sports Update.
Thank you, Tom. Well, NASCAR's most popular driver finally breaks through for his first win of the season. Dale Earnhardt Jr. races to the checkered flag, ending the longest drought of his career. We take you to the Chicagoland Speedway, the site. Jr. started 25th but battled back, and a quick four-tire change by his crew late in the race put him in third place. He did the rest, earning a much-needed win for his crew. To bicycle racing, Lance Armstrong gave up the overall lead in the Tour de France on Sunday. Germany's Jens Voigt, a real no-namer, is now wearing the yellow jersey. The six-time champ was holding back in preparation to scale the mighty Alps, which are coming up. He's now 2 minutes and 18 seconds back. Well, still to come, Stoney and I talk hockey as the Red Wings let go of Coach Dave Lewis. And we'll also give our 2 cents regarding the waiting game going on between Larry Brown and the Pistons. Plus, you might not recognize the name of Charles Fazzino, but you might recognize his artwork celebrating the 76th All-Star Game. Don Shane's up next with the pictures.
Sports Update is brought to you in part by the Hair Loss Treatment Centers.
Getting high cholesterol down is important. For some people, it's even more important. You've been to the doctor, good. You've changed your diet and are getting exercise. Excellent. You've tried just about everything. Now medical information comes along that says you may need to get that bad cholesterol even lower. Now what do? Well, if your doctor says aim lower, ask about Crestor. Crestor, along with diet, can lower bad cholesterol by up to 52%. That's about half. Is Crestor right for you? Discuss it with your doctor. Crestor is not for everyone, including people with liver disease. And women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. Simple blood tests are needed to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor about other medications you're taking, or if you experience muscle pain or weakness, as that may be a sign of serious side effects. Do you still need to get your cholesterol lower? Aim lower with Crestor.
The landscape of Michigan family vacation adventure has changed forever. It's bigger, it's better, it's wetter. Avalanche Bay Indoor Water Park at Boyne Mountain Resort, an all-ages mega park with slides, rides, pools, towers, and showers, even a huge arcade. It's Michigan's bigger, better, wetter indoor water park. Book now and save $75 on your Mountain Grand Lodge Water Park package. Call 800-GO-BOYNE. Avalanche Bay. Get ready for the rush.
This year, make your summer count with the Fine Living Summer Beach House Getaway. Spend 7 nights in style at the gorgeous Esperanza Resort in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Plus 6 round-trip tickets, exciting sun-drenched activities, an oceanfront dinner at sunset, and a brand new car. Live life in the fun lane with the Fine Living Summer Beach House Getaway. Brought to you by the maker of Brawny Paper Towels. Enter now at fineliving.com.
Major League Baseball's All-Star Game is a huge event, of course, for our city. It's also a major deal for famous 3D pop artist Charles Fazzino. He was commissioned by the league to create artwork commemorating the 76th All-Star Game. He now joins sports director Don Shane. Don?
Is the official artist for the All-Star Game and for the Super Bowl coming up in Detroit early in February. Charles, thanks for joining us. You know what? For you, you've been associated with the Olympics, with baseball, with the auto racing, with now football. What's this whole thing been like for you to be associated with all these major sporting events?
It's a real honor to say it just like that. It's been a real honor as an artist to be involved with such great American icon events, and I've just been honored to be chosen by, you know, some of these great ball clubs and football clubs to be able to sort of pull art into the sports arena and to mix the two together. A lot of people who are into art maybe not into sports, and vice versa. A lot of people in sports are not into art. They see it in an art gallery, and it's the two of them together, and it works great. You know, in years past, it's always been Peter Max or Leroy Neiman associated, and now it's
Charles Fazzino. I mean, that's just got to be mind-boggling, huh?
And it's hard to follow those two. I mean, they have, you know, are legendary in the art world for, you know, doing all these great sporting events and really painting up, you know, live at some of the stadiums and at games, and it's just been really cool to be able to do that now. I guess I'm the young Leroy Neiman or the young Peter Max, and, you know, I'm getting up there, but I'm trying to, you know, do it in their footsteps.
And you're getting a tremendous amount of publicity for your sports work, which is a small part of what you do, I guess.
Right, yes. Well, I do everything. I do a lot of theater, you know, a lot of New York themes. I'm a New York artist, so for many years I concentrate on doing things that are sort of in my environment in New York, in New York City. But I just love bringing other cities into it. I research it, and I really get into it.
All right, this is the cover of the program that everybody will see if you go to the All-Star Game and buy it. And here it is in your 3D work. And let's talk about your style a little bit, because it is so distinctive. How did that evolve?
Well, it's the best way to describe it to somebody who isn't seeing it in person, like on television. It's sort of like a pop-out children's book. It is, many years ago, I was into decoupage in college as an artist, you know, trying new things and trying new ways of creating things. And I was playing around with decoupage techniques of cutting out paper and greeting cards and wrapping paper and decorating things and doing things in 3D. And it just worked very well using silicone. I raise them up in 3D, but I make my own prints rather than finding found objects and embellishing them. So they just work out very well. It's a lot of cutting, a lot of endless hours in doing it, but it's a labor of love. I just love doing them.
Okay, you're working on some of these baseballs too, which I find really interesting. This one right here has got the glitter or whatever it is on it.
Yeah, they're actually Swarovski crystals.
Swarovski crystals. Yeah. I stand corrected.
Right, and they're all hand painted, and I paint them all by hand, and we show them like down at Fan Fest during the All-Star Game at Cobo Center. I have a big selection of them, and they're all hand painted. Anybody's favorite team, or you know, the All-Star theme piece, and they sell in a beautiful box, and they're available, and they're all hand painted. People can commission whatever they'd like, and I'm glad to paint it.
The other interesting thing for you is I know you've done like the Grammys and some other big events, and you get to go to those with your wife.
Oh, that's the best part.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
You know, to meet everybody, and you know, when I did the Grammy Awards, I created the tickets, the billboards, the posters, the official program cover, and it was just so cool to be there with all these, you know, crazy people but fun people, you know, and all this creativity in one room. I met Madonna and Sting and Prince and Ellen DeGeneres and everybody. It was just a great event, and it was just a great honor for me and my wife.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you in Detroit this weekend. We look forward to seeing you Super Bowl week as well.
Thank you.
Hey, Charlie, thank you so much.
Okay.
Charles Fazzino, Vic, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Don. Well, still to come, the latest on Rangers pitcher Kenny Rogers. Stoney will tell you why his appearance at the All-Star Game is a flat-out embarrassment. Plus, are the Pistons really telling the truth when they say they want Larry Brown back? That's all straight ahead. And after careful deliberation, our play of the week comes from just down the road at the TPC in Dearborn. We thank Peter Jacobson for his efforts.
Today's Play of the Week is brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Peter Jacobson at 16. And a difficult up and in here for Jay. Of course, he got a lot of practice of this at Pinehurst.
Go! Practice pays off.
And a new co-leader.
Channel 7's Steve Wilson.
My business is to try to find out what's really happening, not what they tell us is happening, not what press releases say is happening, not what the so-called official record says is happening, but to find out what's really going on. Where do these stories come from? They come from people just like you, people who call me every day and say, Steve, can you go out and find out what's really going on here? It's really what we do.
Steve Wilson and the 7 Action News investigators on your side.
Bell
Tire, Michigan's best tire retailer, is celebrating the grand opening of another new store in Kalamazoo with huge savings at all 75 locations. Find the biggest selection of name brand tires and custom wheels, the best customer service, and ASE certified technicians. Get huge grand opening savings at every store, and you never pay for extras. Valve stems, mounting, balancing, and tire disposal are free. At Bell Tire, we beat all deals, or it's free. Celebrate the grand opening savings now at all our locations. Hurry, sale ends soon. Bell Tire.
This is Mr. Pauly Shore, letting you know I have a new show on TBS entitled Minding the Store. We are so confident that you're going to love this show that we are promising you a money-back guarantee. We're going to send you each $1 if you don't like the show. What do you think about them apples, huh? $1!
Oh, I'm sorry, Pod. Offer ends the earlier of 8/15/05 or whenever sponsor has received 250,000 requests. No more than 250,000 requests will be honored.
Can I have my sandwich back, please?
Minding the Store, a new comedy series, premieres very soon on TBS. Log on to TBS.com.
Thank you.
How are the others?
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
The 2%? That's great. Madam?
Oh, please.
Honey Nut Cheerios. When you want something that tastes great and can help lower cholesterol.
Compliments of the chef.
The choice is obvious.
Honey Nut Cheerios. Be happy, be healthy.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Stoney time. Mike Stoner, WXYZ Radio joins us. Good to have you on set.
Good to be here.
Lots to talk about. Hey, we're starting to talk about hockey. We will have a season.
Yes, we will.
Believe that.
Yep.
And now we've got Red Wing news going in a different direction with a coach.
You know, kind of surprised when it happened. You know, Ken Holland talked about how they decided, you know, all throughout that, you know, Dave Lewis, great guy, but couldn't get the message across. You know, Mike Babcock's going to be the coach of this team. The reason is because why wouldn't you fire Dave Lewis when the season ended? In fact, you were nice to him. You gave him a whole year to do basically nothing because you wanted to keep the continuity. You know, to me, Mike Babcock has a lot of pressure on him because Mike Babcock's the guy that is forcing this firing, in my opinion. Look, will it be the good move? Too early to tell. All you've heard about Mike Babcock is good things. Although he does play a defensive style, he did with Anaheim, and the Red Wings don't like the defensive style. You know, it could be boring hockey, that greasy, grimy hockey that he talked about in Anaheim.
Well, everybody says the league's changing. He's the guy to bring in. And one other thing, anybody who coaches the Red Wings has pressure on them.
Yeah, that's true. But I know, you know, Mike Ilitch loves big names. Is Mike Babcock a big name?
Not yet. Wins the Stanley Cup. He'll be a big name.
Fine. I hope he does.
Let's talk about another big name. Larry Brown. We're still playing the waiting game.
He did not try to get the Wings job, by the way. Look, this whole thing with Larry Brown, as we know, is certainly not perfect. His track record speaks for itself. His dalliances, whether they paid off or not, he shouldn't have talked about the Knicks. He shouldn't have talked the Cleveland thing during the playoffs. We know that. That was a mistake, okay? But the Pistons, if you don't want them, fire them.
But they want him.
No, they don't want him.
Then why haven't they fired him?
Who knows? Because they don't want to pay him off all that money, about $18 million. They leak all these things to like SI.com and all these stories about Larry Brown did this, Larry Brown did that. He wasn't concentrating during the playoffs. Come on.
Who are you waiting for? Who do you want if you don't get Larry Brown?
Doesn't make a difference.
I'd take the headaches in Larry Brown any day over anybody else available.
Yeah, but I don't think they want him. I think they want him gone, but they don't want to fire him because they want to. At the Palace, it's more important to look good than the bottom line.
All right, let's go to your Stonehead. Time's running out.
Kenny Rogers, he's coming here for the All-Star game. I'm sorry, you know, we all know what he did. It was a horrible thing, and now he's going to be the sideshow. This All-Star game has enough problems with a lot of great stars not being here for whatever reasons. But Kenny Rogers, the press conferences tomorrow, all that kind of stuff, everything's going to be focused on him. Why? Because he's a moron, and he's going to get booed. Is this what he wants? And, you know, Jeremy Bonnerman would have taken his place, but that's...
But nonetheless, we still get the All-Star game in our city Tuesday night. The world looks upon Detroit.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I've never been to an All-Star game before, so that's going to be cool, but it's not a high-profile All-Star game. No Bonds, no Sosa, no, you know, Kurt Schilling, no Randy Johnson.
Quickly, before we get out of here, my friend, the All-Star Game's Tuesday. Your All-Star Day is Thursday to Friday. Tell us about that.
Yes, the 8th annual Stoney Wojo Radiothon to benefit the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society at O'Toole's in Novi, off Novi Road. We're going to be on the air from 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon to 7 o'clock Friday evening, so that's 28 straight hours. you know, I'll take a little nap overnight, maybe 2 or 3 hours.
Want
but
some
that's
company
it.
out there?
Like, absolutely. A lot of great guests are going to be there. We're going to have all sorts of cool stuff. And if we get over $175,000, we will go over the $1 million mark. And we want to kick leukemia's butt, as I'll say about 3,000 times.
Could have been said any better. Stoney, thanks for the time.
Thanks, bud.
That's Stoney. I'm Vic. Don Shane's up next with the McDonald's Scholar Athlete.
Keep your kids safe this summer. Each day a new story to protect them from harm. Health reporter Carolyn Clifford shows you everything from picking the best sunblock to the best ways to prevent accidents. Starting Monday at 5 on 7 Action News.
Action News is brought to you in part by the Ford Senior Players Championship.
Millions of American families rely on Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury cars, trucks, and sport utilities. Right now, Ford Motor Company, America's car company, invites you to join the family and pay the same low prices our employees and their families pay. Introducing the Ford Family Plan. Until August 1st, you'll get our discounts on every Ford, Lincoln, and Mercury vehicle at participating dealerships. No hassles, no gimmicks. From the Ford family to yours, welcome.
I had plantar fasciitis, and it was killing me.
The pain went from the bottom of my foot to the top of my foot.
I was in such pain that I had to do something.
I finally went to the Good Feet store.
At the Good Feet store, we will custom fit you with the finest arch supports to relieve your pain and better align your whole body for greater comfort, better posture, and support. Satisfaction guaranteed.
The Good Feet store on Woodward and Royal Oak, and now on 23 Mile in Chesterfield.
I bought the entire arch support system that Good Feet had to offer, and I couldn't be happier.
To be a hero. When you adopt a child from foster care, just being there makes all the difference.
Poison Center, can I help?
What's the number on the bill?
This mom was frantic, but she calmed down when she heard me speak Spanish.
1-800-222-1222.
Mothers who secretly think of killing their children. Next Oprah.
Channel 7 salutes the McDonald's High School Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Hi, everyone. I'm Don Shane with Ashley Belrose of Walled Lake Western High School. She is the Channel 7 and McDonald's High School Scholar Athlete of the Week. Congratulations.
Thanks.
All right, you're involved in like 4 sports, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about them.
I did gymnastics since I was little. I was like 7 when I started, and that went up through freshman year. That gave me my background on diving, so I was so good. And then I play volleyball just because I love the sport, and I run track.
All those things. Okay, in volleyball, are you like at the net, spanking the ball and making everybody scatter on the other side of the net? Is that your specialty or what?
Yeah, I'm a middle hitter.
You
yeah. So I'm always up at the net, and I have 4 school records for it for blocking and hitting, so.
And position-wise and the other things that you do?
For track, I run the 4x1 and the 4x2, some short distance, and I high jump and I long jump. And then for diving, I'm just a diver.
Yeah, just a diver. Well, what's your specialty there? You know, they have all different boards and all different
well, in high school, you just dive 1 meter, so it's just a little springboard. But I want to get into platform in college because I like the height.
Now, did I see in your resume that you're thinking about maybe even the Olympics?
Oh, well, it's a dream, but, you know.
It's a good dream.
Yeah.
You dream high. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Is that something that you think is within your reach? Well, we'll talk to Casey about that. Let's get your answer first.
I guess it would be if I trained hard. Like, I had a lot of, if I just focus on diving, I had a lot of other distractions in high school, but I think it's definitely.
Okay, we'll talk about those in a minute, too. Let's see. Do you think she's got the makings of an Olympic swimmer, Casey?
She has the potential.
Excuse me, diver.
Yeah, she has the potential to be possibly qualified for Olympic trials if she trains hard and year-round. With all the sports that she does right now, she hasn't had an opportunity to really train year-round, which is something most divers do. And so college will give her that chance to really train hard and focus on one sport.
Do you see kids make great leaps when they give up the other 2 or 3 sports they play and just focus on that one?
There are some athletes actually in diving that have done that. Mark Lindsay was one of them that actually was a wrestler in high school, and then when he got to college at Indiana, he made the giant leap up and actually made the Olympics and medaled in the Olympics. So.
Talk to me about the difference, I guess, in accomplishing something athletically and then going and helping kids out who need some help academically.
Athletically, it's I don't know, I have fun while I'm doing that, really, and I don't know, it's just, I love...
Is it a nice satisfactory feeling when you go and help kids who need some tutoring and what have you?
Yeah, that's more of like a moral thing. Like, I feel really good about myself after I do that, and it's just, I love helping people and little kids. I love little kids.
Yeah, that's always fun, isn't it? Okay, what does this award mean to you?
Basically that my hard work paid off, that I didn't do it. Like, I'm glad to get recognized for it.
Okay, well, we're glad to recognize you for it. Ashley Belrose, congratulations. From Walled Lake Western, you're the Channel 7 McDonald's High School Scholar Athlete of the Week.
If you know a high school student who excels in the classroom, community, and on the field, nominate them at our website, WXYZ.com.
Keep your kids safe this summer. Each day a new story to protect them from harm. Health reporter Carolyn Clifford shows you the best way to quench their thirst, the new ways to stop bug bites, and the risks behind backyard pools, and those new bikes that are zooming through your neighborhood. Starting Monday at 5 on 7 Action News.
We know the weather in Michigan can get nasty, but when severe weather is coming,
there's a tornado warning.
We're not out to scare you. We're here to alert you using the best technology on Detroit TV. I'd rather have you prepared than scared.
Jerry Hodak and the Doubler 7 weather team. A calm voice in the storm.
You can see it in their young faces. Commitment, desire, pride. They are the future. Help Southeastern Michigan McDonald's and Channel 7 recognize these special young people who excel not only as students and athletes, but as members of our community as well. To submit your nomination, log on to WXYZ.com. The McDonald's High School Scholar Athlete of the Week. Don't miss your chance to recognize someone special.
Now's the time to take a little trip in a brand new RV from Walt Michaels RV. Come and see us. We're on the Walt Michaels RV Mile in Belleville, or shop online at RVNV.com.
Action News is brought to you in part by the Ford Senior Players Championship.
This year, make your summer count with the Fine Living Summer Beach House Getaway. Spend 7 nights in style at the gorgeous Esperanza Resort in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. Plus 6 round-trip tickets, exciting sun-drenched activities, an oceanfront dinner at sunset, and a brand new car. Live life in the fun lane with the Fine Living Summer Beach House Getaway. Brought to you by the maker of Brawny Paper Towels. Enter now at fineliving.com.
On your side, Channel 7 Action News.
Well, before we call it a show tonight, tomorrow's home run hitting contest at Comerica is supposed to begin around 8 p.m. and should provide plenty of fireworks. Our Don Shane will begin live coverage from the park at 5 p.m. That does it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, and always have a great week.
Channel 7 Sports Update has been brought to you in part by the Hair Loss Treatment Centers.
On your side, Channel 7 Action News. On your side, Channel 7 Action News.
This is Michigan. We've all seen bad weather, and I know it can get nasty. But listen, when severe weather is on the way, the last thing in the world I want to do is scare you. We're here to alert you.
Tornado warning.
And we do it by using the best weather technology on Detroit television. So when you hear the warnings, remember one thing. I'd rather have you prepared than scared.
Jerry Hodak and the Doubler 7 weather team. A calm voice in the storm.
Keep your kids safe this summer. Each day a new story to protect them from harm. Health reporter Carolyn Clifford shows you the best way to quench their thirst, the new ways to stop bug bites, and the risks behind backyard pools, and those new bikes that are zooming through your neighborhood. Starting Monday at 5 on 7 Action News.
Looking for a hotel that the kids will enjoy too? Send in the experts. When you use Hotels.com, it's like sending in a team of experts to check out everything you need to know about hotels. So log on or call our certified hotel agents 24/7 to help you find the perfect hotel at the perfect price. Like Orlando from just $45.95. Hotels.com. Best prices, best places, guaranteed.
Action News is brought to you in part by the Ford Senior Players Championship.